Your lecture this week is to explain your assignment for this week. And so this week you're actually going to create a really structured rough draft of your first analytical essay. So kind of the big Englishy essay that doesn't feel more like a personal story but feels more like an essay. It might look like something you did in high school or it might feel brand new to you. I'm here to help either way. And so our goal is to write with kindness in our hearts, with lots of evidence, and to use a real place so that only you could write it, right? And so I hope that our essay has two big purposes. Number one, that we learned about the world, that there are some people that don't always have their basic needs met. I think it's important to understand the world around us so we can help other people. And number two, so that you can make a difference in someone else's life, if it's yourself or a student like you. You read an article, right? And it showed that people who grow and cook and pack and serve our food often struggle to eat enough. That might be the case for other people in our community, right? People who work hard every day and maybe still don't get enough to eat or have a hard time accessing food. And so your task is to write about food scarcity. It can be imagined, something like you are a nail tech and you know other nail techs who might have trouble paying the bills from month to month and getting access to food. Or it can be from a personal experience. As a person who has exited foster care, who has lived on their own, what do you do when sometimes it's hard to plan for the next meal? Either because you're too busy or because you can't afford it, because those two things are both real, right? It's important for you to understand that your privacy matters. You don't have to write about yourself if you want to write about someone else in the world. You have to explain another population who might be hungry and why. And then you're going to tell me a real place where they can get help. Okay? And so the first skill we're going to talk about this week is a thesis statement. And this is super important because it is the main argument of your essay. It is the heart of your essay. It's the thing you're going to prove. A weak thesis might be hunger exists in our community. It's really general. It doesn't make a debatable claim. No one would say, no, there's not. Yes, hunger exists. And it doesn't show why it matters. If you can't say who and why, it's probably not a strong thesis. If you want to pause this video right now to think about that, you can. A stronger thesis might be single mothers working in our local restaurant industry face chronic food insecurity, and community resources like, and then tell me one, can help them. The obvious thing would be to say some students at RCC, but maybe you don't want to write about students at RCC, and so you could write about literally anyone, right? And so your thesis statement should be specific, arguable, and include a solution. Pause, take a picture of this with your phone if you want to help you get through this next part. And so here's another example. Community college students working part-time often experience hunger as a daily calculation about money, time, transportation, right? Which is why the Campus Basic Needs Center can make a difference. This is a real place on our campus where you can get extra help. Yes, right? So yours might look similar to this, and that's okay because it's our first one. So topic sentences are the first sentence of your body paragraphs. And so if you say people are hungry, college students are hungry, that's too general, right? Instead, you can explain one reason why this person might be struggling, right? And so if you're not at a regular 9-to-5 job, it's really hard to get access to something like the Basic Needs Center on campus because you're never on campus. That might be a way for you to set up evidence. And so your thesis statement and your topic sentence work together to help you get organized. And you'll see that in our planner for this week. Make sure that you review the Writing Center activity for this week, which is embedding quotes. If your quote isn't sandwiched with according to and why it matters, you cannot have full credit on this essay. That's why it was an essential skill. It can't be a drop quote, just quotation marks floating out in the middle of nowhere. Make sure you have this orange part, according to. If you're not sure about where students can get food, look at the RCC website. That's a great first place. Or look at local neighborhood places that you might be aware of that you could share with others, right? If you want to pause here, these are some ways that you can research how someone might get help with food needs. So this is what your essay might look like, and you're just doing the organizer. Hook, background, thesis. Body one would be what are these people that we're talking about, and compare it to the article. Why does the situation exist, and possibly compare it to the article we read. So there's going to be quotes. What resources exist? There's going to be quotes, but you'll also use the article. The only quotes for this essay will come from the article. I'm going to say it again. The only quotes will come from the article we read. So paragraphs kind of go topic, sentence, background, quote, explain. I am sharing an organizer with you because I really want you to have solid paragraphs, and some people don't instinctively do this. Typically in college, we have 1 to 3 paragraphs per essay, and 2 to 3 quotes per paragraph. Okay, one more time. When you submit, these are the things I'm checking for because this is this first kind of essay like this that we're doing. Make sure you have a thesis, make sure you have topic sentences, and make sure that your quotes are built out the way they should be based on the Writing Center activity for this week. Okay, this checklist is also on the assignment that you'll see if you go to the next assignment for this week's activity. If you have questions, please ask for help. I will not grade like full, complete, fleshed out essays that aren't in the planner because I really want to see your planning process before you submit anything else. All of this should be from your brain. You're welcome to Google local resources. Please do not use AI or even grammar checkers for this particular activity because it's just you. It's just you writing, right? I think this is an important story to tell, and I'm excited to hear you tell it. This week, the rough draft will be due, and you'll be submitting on Canvas. It'll be a page or two, right? And if you have questions, make sure you share with me what you have so I can help you. Have a great week.